They say time is a terrible thing to waste, but another terrible thing to waste is talent. It's true, time is a terrible thing to waste, but also talent is a terrible thing to waste as well. And when you're in an environment that's not conducive to your acceleration and growth and spiritual development, then it's going to be very difficult. You see, a lot of us, each one of us has some type of unique ability, some type of perception, some type of way of analyzing things, a unique perspective of looking at the world and coming with preliminary, clear analysis about how the world works, how its functionality, and all the little parts that goes into it. It starts at the individual level. As soon as you're born, they give you a number. Then they pretty much give you a path to go on. That's all automated and fully systemized. And when you're not from the oppressor class of the system, meaning the elites, meaning the Jays, meaning the people that control the banking system, the people that control the systems that govern us, the systems that suppress our natural inclinations, our natural propensities. You know, you're gonna see the world different, point blank, period. And one thing that can get you through this, or one cope or one hope, is having a dream and having some type of ambition, having some type of talent that you really love and that you're willing to put time, effort, and sacrifice into in order to perfect your craft, in order to get better at your craft, in order to try to achieve something that seems pretty much impossible. I know a lot of us go through a lot of shit in life, and a lot of us probably want it to just end a lot of times, but we have to be strong and we have to keep on going through. We got to push through the fire and push through the flame and push through all those who oppose us and all those who want to see us lay low on the flow. I know my channel is being monitored by people in real life, by people online and all that. I'm not stupid. As big as my channel was, there's people right now listening to every word I say, just waiting for me to say the wrong thing, so they can attack me, which is crazy because I'm not even here for that, you know. And the psychological ramifications of having a dream and never actually being successful in it, are profound. When you devote your life or a belief into something and it never manifests or never provides fruitful, you start to look around. Is it me? Then you look around at the soil, you look around at those around you, look around how you're growing, you look around at what cultivated you, what actually carefully crafted you for success. And then you look around and then you notice people around you hate you. They don't like you. You know what I mean? And you can die right now and they wouldn't give a fuck. Hell, they want it. And when you have so much hate online, hate in real life, you start to turn into the heed and succeed situation where you kind of just say fuck it and you crash out. And once you crash out, everybody's looking at you like you're the bad guy. When in reality, they're the ones that kept on shooting their arrows, aiming their targeting systems, and kept on pushing somebody over to the precipice, over to the edge until they lose it. So that's why me personally, I understand people are going through mental issues. I understand mental health. A demon can jump inside somebody and have that person kill somebody else. Now that person that was provoking and prodding and doing that is dead. And now that person is probably going to spend the rest of their life in prison, or they kill themselves. You don't mess with people that have emotional instability. You don't mess with somebody who's already going through things mentally and you know it and you're doing it on purpose. If that person snaps and kills you one day, then you're going to be the one looking stupid. You know what I mean? So it's best to leave people alone, especially if people haven't bothered you. Always remember that. Leave people alone. You don't know what somebody's going through. You don't know what they've been through. Just mind your business and stop bothering them, because when you see them in real life and you were trolling online and you were doing all this shit online, it's not behind a computer screen. Some people are willing to, just lose it all, as we've seen in the Heed and Succeed situation. So that's why it's good to have a dream, to have a mission, to have an ambition, to have a certain resilience, a certain persistence in this life that it gets squandered out early in age. They tell you what you can and can't do. So always keep your dreams and passions alive, because that's what's going to keep you from crashing out. That's what's going to keep you from hurting somebody. That's what's going to keep you from not going in the same direction as the Heed and Succeed situation, So always keep your dreams and your morals, man. You know, Don't be a bastard. Be a nice person. Say hello, say thank you. Yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, this, that. Try to be polite. Now you don't owe the world that, right? But you owe it to yourself to try to get treated with some form of integrity and some form of emotional sustenance. Just somebody saying hello, hi back to you can make your day or make you more happy. But remember that. Hold on to your dreams and your ambitions, because at the end of the day, that's pretty much all you have in this world, because it's relentless. The things you're going to go through, it's very relentless. It's very trying, you know, and you got to stay strong. So whatever dream it is, make sure you work on it at least an hour a day, at least 30 minutes. If you come back home and you're tired, just always keep your dream alive. Always keep that flame alive. I think in the ancient days, Rome had this fire or something, some temple they would burn. I think it went on for like 400 years before some Roman emperor, I think it was Caligula, Nero, one of those emperors pretty much took down that fire, or pretty much ceased that fire to exist. And that fire had like temple prostitutes or no, not prostitutes. They had temple females or whatever that sing to the temple in the fire or something like that. And then one of the Roman emperors defiled the women that was like supposed to be sacred, like if this fire keeps burning, Rome keeps burning or something like that. I think it was Caligula, one of those evil emperors, just decided to just do what he wanted to do because he had the power. You see, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So I pray that neither one of us in this position gain absolute power, because those that fucked with us, well, it's going to be retribution on a whole nother level, point blank period. They think the devil's the devil. But when somebody who's never had anything, never bothered nobody, and keep getting fucked with, and that person gets power, well, we see what happened with Adolf Hitler. We see what happened with Genghis Khan. We see what happened when they made the atom bomb. Some things are not to be fucked with, and some people are just better left alone. If that person's business is not yours, mind your own. Point blank period.